Over the years, Ebro consistently critiqued Drake's artistry. He questioned the ghostwriting allegations, he challenged Drake's pop-leaning moves, and during the Kendrick beef, he argued that Drake and his fan base don't truly care about hip-hop culture. Drake hated this.
Not only did Drake hate this, but he would actually come out on several occasions and say Hot 97 needs to fire Ebro Darden. And then with this Kendrick situation, how Hot 97 took Kendrick Lamar's side, I mean, he was fuming to the point where I'm sure he probably had thoughts. He probably wanted to get rid of these guys for real.
Mama would tell me be careful cause they not your friends. Be careful with them hoes, they want your ends. I love you, mama. When I got that call, they said I lost my best friend. I grabbed my gat, young nigga had to spin. I told everybody
Ebro Darden just reveals something that changes everything we thought we knew about Drake's mental state after the Kendrick beef.
So Aubrey has decided to pop out again on some bullshit.
Drake out here talking spicy, boy.
Drake! Brand new Drake feud has just dropped, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the air horns.
Turns out this Kendrick Drake beef last year did a lot of damage that we have no clue about.
Y'all gotta stop this Jew on Jew violence, man, because he talking crazy to Ebro.
Drake, you out of all people cannot afford to threaten nobody.
What happened to having a good old-fashioned rap battle? Win or lose, everybody shakes hands and moves on with their day. If nobody died and everybody still has money, what are we still angry for?
A direct message sent at 3:30 in the morning.
Crazy.
3 words that expose more about Drake's psychology than any diss track ever could. Die slower. We got some shit for you. This isn't just a threat. This is a window into the mind of someone who's been completely broken by defeat. This is what happens when the biggest artist in the world realizes he's not untouchable anymore. This is Drake at 3:30 a.m., unable to sleep, consumed by rage, lashing out at anyone who dared to question him. And the timing, the target, the desperation behind it, it all proves one thing. Kendrick Lamar didn't just win a rap beef, he broke Drake's mind. Let me show you exactly what happened, why it matters, and what it reveals about the psychological aftermath.
He took a piece of Lil Bro's soul, y'all. Hit that like button. Let's keep going.
Of the most decisive rap battle victory in hip-hop history. To understand why Drake sent that message, you need to understand the relationship between Drake and Ebro Darden, because this isn't just about one DM. This is about years of tension, years of criticism, and years of Drake's ego being challenged by someone he couldn't control. Ebro Darden has been a fixture at Hot 97 for over a decade. He's been the host of Ebro in the Morning, one of the most influential radio shows in hip-hop. And unlike most media personalities who kiss up to superstars, Ebro has consistently challenged Drake's artistry, his authenticity, and his place in hip-hop culture. The tension started in the mid-2000s when Drake was ascending to become the biggest name in rap. Ebro was one of the few mainstream voices willing to question Drake's dominance, his pop direction, and his relationship to real hip-hop culture.
What's up, G-Gang? Don't forget to drop a like on this and subscribe if you're new around here. Make sure you stay to the end because I'm going to drop my breakdown at the end. Let's get it, y'all.
In 2016, things escalated. Drake was performing at Madison Square Garden and told the crowd that if Hot 97 fired Funk Flex, he'd come do their show. It was a power play, an attempt to control the narrative and force the station to bend to his will. Ebro and his crew defended Funk Flex on air, essentially telling Drake that they wouldn't fire their DJ just because he said so. From that moment, the relationship was hostile. Drake treated Hot 97 as beneath him, and Ebro positioned himself as one of the few people willing to publicly challenge the biggest artist in the world. Over the years, Ebro consistently critiqued Drake's artistry. He questioned the ghostwriting allegations, he challenged Drake's pop-leaning moves, and during the Kendrick beef, he argued that Drake and his fan base don't truly care about hip-hop culture. Drake hated this.
Not only did Drake hate this, but he would actually come out on several occasions and say Hot 97 needs to fire Ebro Darden. And then with this Kendrick situation, how Hot 97 took Kendrick Lamar's side, I mean, he was fuming to the point where I'm sure he probably had thoughts. He probably wanted to get rid of these guys for real.
Used to media personalities kissing his ring, praising his success, treating him like royalty. But Ebro wouldn't play that game, and that drove Drake crazy. Then Hot 97 abruptly canceled Ebro in the morning. The official reason was corporate restructuring, but Ebro and his co-host suggested it was related to Ebro's outspoken politics and willingness to challenge powerful figures. When the news broke, Drake dropped a hatchet emoji in the comments of an Instagram post about the cancellation, a clear celebration of Ebro's downfall, a victory lap over someone who had dared to criticize him. But that wasn't enough for Drake, because at 3:30 a.m., just hours before the show was officially canceled, Drake sent Ebro a direct message: "Die slower."
All because somebody had opinions about you? Is that it? Really?
That boy Drake has been fighting for his life for the last 2 years, and today he's got a new foe.
It's bad enough that you already popping out dissing people, trying to get your little revenge and all of that. But as far as threats, you probably don't want to do that.
But all jokes aside, Drake, you have much more pressing matters like catching a new hit, and you're devoting too much time to shenanigans and not enough time to bars, especially after we heard Mr. Recoup and those cat in the hat bars.
We all know that Ebro, their show is no longer going to be on the air because Ebro has been critical of Drake. Obviously, the OVO brigade, this is their time to shine, right?
So Drake and his fans, they were celebrating and shit like that.
I do want to remind y'all, listen, we are talking about a 39-year-old Drake here, a 39-year-old Aubrey Graham.
I think Drake is just trying to get him a victory somewhere.
I need the max win.
Now, tonight, we get to finding out that Drake is still really pissed off at Ebro. Not just because of his commentary during his battle with Kendrick last year, but also because earlier this year, Ebro called him a sickness to the game.
Is not that important. Kendrick, the reason Drake's in this is because he is a sickness in the game. It could have been any artist. It's what Drake represents. We've been saying this for a month.
And I'm going to tell you why it had so much impact when Ebro said it's because more voices is listening to him because, hey, it's the radio. Now, if you're average person, average reaction channel, somebody who, do YouTube, he wouldn't have said nothing, you know what I mean? But Drake, that really angered him.
I think Drake has just, in the last couple years, became a little bit disease-ish. But I don't know if I call him a disease to hip-hop, but he's been a goofy for the last 2 years.
Drake had him drop this axe on the post when Ebro was in the car, the whip, talking about the reason he thought he was let go. And he believed it's because some political shit. Other folks like, nah, bro, y'all just ain't performing well. Especially in comparison to competition. The competition is just growing. Y'all getting smaller and smaller.
Think about what this reveals. Drake wasn't just celebrating Ebro's cancellation, he was actively threatening him. At 3:30 in the morning, when most people are asleep, when your guard is down and your real thoughts come out. Now let's talk about why Drake is spiraling, because this DM isn't an isolated incident. It's part of a pattern of behavior that started after Kendrick destroyed him in the biggest rap battle of the decade. May 2024, Kendrick Lamar releases Not Like Us and ends Drake's career as we knew it. The song becomes a cultural phenomenon. It plays at parties, at sporting events, at the Super Bowl. The entire culture sides with Kendrick. Drake's reputation as the untouchable king of rap is shattered. And Drake, he can't handle it. For over a decade, Drake has been the biggest artist in the world. He's been used to universal praise, commercial dominance. He's been the guy everyone wants to work with. But Kendrick changed all of that. Kendrick exposed Drake's weaknesses, questioned his authenticity, and turned the culture against him. And for someone whose entire identity is built on being the biggest and the best, that's devastating. So Drake started lashing out at media personalities who criticized him, at podcasters who questioned him, at anyone who dared to suggest that maybe, just maybe, he wasn't as untouchable as he thought. The Ebro DM is just the latest example, but it's the most revealing one.
Ebro revealed that Drake DM'd him on Instagram last night, and the damn sure was not to offer him sympathy after losing his job at Hot 97.
So those are old messages from them.
Learn to sleep each night, change your life, and improve your life. Trust me. So I guess this one, it was cool right here. As y'all can see, Drake like ignoring people. We seen DMs with him and Akademiks as well, where Akademiks had reached out to him, probably said something to him, and he didn't respond. You can see the same pattern right here.
And here's Aubrey at 3:30 a.m.
I would definitely chuckle if I ever got a DM from Drake like that and suggest him to take some magnesium because he's obviously not sleeping well.
3:30 a.m. Aubrey says,
Die slower, pussy. We got some shit for you.
Don't look away now. Don't get shy now.
These are probably not the things you want to be sending out if you're actually going to do anything. But again, the guy hasn't been the best with strategy over the past year and a half.
Ebro replies
and says, relax. You're salty about losing to Kendrick. You're not mad at me. Love, bro.
No, it's a good response. Honestly, I think it's great.
Now, I think Ebro is trying to take the more responsible.
Yeah, Ebro took the higher road in this situation. But I'm going to say this. It's almost like, and that's let me vibe with y'all for a minute, man. Because it's almost like, and shout out to my man Mike Drop TV. It's your boy Jet Ski G. We back with another banger. It's almost like he's taking the Meek Mill playbook. Like where we thought Drake, was smarter than Meek and all the moves Meek was making during the battle and after the battle. It seems like Drake is now making those same moves. Like he's doing the same thing that Meek Mill did. Like he's moving sloppy. He doesn't look calculated. He's just doing stuff. He's just doing features. He's just saying stuff. He's just around. Now you're a tough guy. You were never a tough guy. You get what I'm saying? You're Jimmy. You're Jimmy. You're Jimmy. You're Jimmy's brother with the beautiful voice. You're Jimmy from Degrassi. Never forget that. You grew up a white kid in a rich part of Toronto, whose dad was from the States that your mom didn't like and who you didn't like growing up. And now you're some black kid from the States who's tough. No, be yourself. I need you to be the same person you were growing up in your early 20s. You can't turn 35. It's crazy. He wants to turn 35 and now he's tough. I hate it. I hate every part of it. So y'all drop it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Drake is out here threatening 50-year-old DJs, ex-DJs at this point, ex-jockeys, I guess. I don't know what is Ebro's title. I don't know. Got to be like 55, whole beard white. He's threatening their well-being, saying he got something for them. He's tough at the age of 39. If you want more in-depth Drake and Kendrick Lamar breakdowns, make sure you click this button right here before it disappears, which is crazy. It's your boy Jet Ski G. If ain't nobody told you they love y'all, you know I love y'all. Also, don't be like Drake. Age gracefully. Don't be tough when you're over 35. That's crazy. That's nasty work.